chosen seed of Israel. Here's the passion of the saints. Here I better keep the commandments of God and the faith of my Mashiach. Oh, yeah.
What's going on, big sis? Abiyah's Lily. Getting ready for some fellowship. Shalom, shalom.
I'm here to encourage you, brothers and sisters, trying to paint to you a better picture. Everything I say, I back it.
Let's get into it. You already know. You already know. I'm feeling this one. I'm excited about this one. For real, for real.
There's so many reasons we in captivity. You gotta flee from the heathens. There is hope in the future.
Ready. Stay ready. So you ain't got to get ready. That way.
But we live to fight another day. In the city, I will be praying for Yahweh. I gotta thank Yahweh for being the chosen seed of Israel. Here's the passion of the saints. Whoa. Here I better keep the commandments of Yah, and the faith of my Mashiach. Yeah. I gotta thank Yahweh for being the chosen seed of Israel.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bust out the Apocrypha today too. So make sure y'all got your Apocrypha pulled up or out, and we're gonna be flipping through a couple of scriptures too. So yeah, we're gonna be walking through the word today. We're gonna be walking. Shalom, shalom, big brother, Minister Morel. Love you, big bro. Great to hit. Yeah, all right, bet. Great to have you on fellowship, man. Ya shalom, big brother. Ya shalom. All right, you're gonna get one more in, and then we're gonna get started. Is that gonna be it? Yeah.
Isaiah. Modern day Moses.
Let's go with this one. I like this one. Let's go with this one. Y'all know I gotta get that Hezekiah going, so.
Hey, last days. Allah, hey, look, this right here for my Hebrews. Don't fold. You get tried in that fire, you real gold. A real diamond, an arbor, like let me test it. If you make it through that, then you get your blessing. It won't prosper, but you gonna see that weapon. Through the blood of a mosh, y'all get protection. And y'all come about the word, you need an exit. The day of the Lord coming so unexpected. I pray to Abba, I pray we make it through the tribulation. Psalm 91, keep him your habitation. Keeping these commandments that we have.
All right. I'll have a big sis. Be safe out there too. Be safe out there. What they say, drive slow so you can drive some more.
I never knew you. Why that old lady in your lap? You know I was coming while you told me that. If I won't spit angels, I ain't sparing you. These the end times, so be careful. Need the blood, cause the devil about to dare you. To keep oil in that lap, you need a bed fruit. The commandments is the lamp, the law is the light. I'ma share I led the way so we could get it right. Conversation with the rock, keep my spurs up. Every Shabbat call Mikael, yeah, he know what up. And at that time, Mikael gon' stand for him. Watch the Father protect you, gon' land on him. Jacob trouble, it's about to feel like we getting double. Fighting all these principalities of Royal Rumble. We know that we chosen, but we stand humble. 2020, Abba talking louder, Abba ain't mumble. Yeah, ball in our hands, Babylon fumble. We come back to
Oh,
the
okay, I
farm,
got you, sis. I
Babylon
got you.
trouble. He
Bet,
gon' give
bet.
us everything, he's coming in abundance. If you in the
Yeah, I'm be
secret,
traveling
we
later on
coming like a
today too.
tunnel.
So oh
And
yeah,
we
still
all
hit me
come
up though.
together
Still hit
like
me
we
up
about to huddle.
if you can.
And we all ride together like we on a shuttle.
I got about like a 40-minute drive after this, something like that, roughly. So yeah, just let me know.
I pray the Most High elevate you. I pray the Most High put that fire back in you. Keep that oil in your lamp. Love y'all.
All right, all right. I kind of want to play one more song, but we not. Once I get to playing songs, I could just. I'm not no DJ, but I do enjoy some music, some music. But yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Today's we'll be talking about every day is moving day. So what I'll be talking about is keep in mind like that metaphorical mindset of moving day, like with the U-Haul, moving out the house, moving boxes, things like that of that nature. But before we do any of that, we're gonna pray it in. All right. Yahweh, we come before you today, yet again, another Barak Yamche and Tada Abba, to die for fellowship, fam, love, guidance, endurance, and patience, because we're gonna need a lot of that. Just want to say, just thank you, just thank you. No vain repetitions in prayer. Just thank you, pops. Just thank you for everything. And may the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight. And may I hear everything that Ravak has as I go through this lesson today. Asham Yahava, Asham Yahashpai, Asham Ravak HaKodash, Aman, Aman, and Aman. Yes, I saw that pic. I was scrolling through, and I was trying to find something to go with the theme today. And I was like, man, I saw it. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. So, this is another day to make another choice, right? It's moving day, right? So, I was listening to the Dr. T's live yesterday, and I was like, yo, that's exactly in line with what we got going on today, right? I was sitting there like, I was like, man, it's gonna be very, 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 very repetitious. But I sat back and I was like, all right, yeah. Does that mean I want to go in to do, like, are you sending me in a different direction with this? Do you want me to sit with it more? Like, should I dive back in? And I kept hearing, no. Ravat gives us each a piece to move, right? So this goes with the theme of moving day, right? We have help moving these boxes, and all praise to the Most High for that. He said, this is what I gave you, right? So practice what you preach. Pick it up and carry it on, son. So I went back in, right? I was wondering why I kept reading my notes over and over and over and over since like Sunday. I've been talking to a couple people. I was talking to Pastor Don about it, talking to Big Bruder about it. Bouncing thoughts back and forth. And I felt like something was missing, though. And y'all was telling me that there's more that I need to go get, right? Think about moving day. He said, you heard what I said, but did you look to make sure there wasn't more than one box labeled every day is moving day? So I get excited when I get a word from y'all, right? I was chewing on it and reading over the notes, but sometimes you block out y'all saying to me, son, I need you to go get more, right? There's more in that house I need you to go get. And it made me think, like, how many times when I was little, as a child, I'd get excited, right? Because my mom or dad said I could go outside. Because, you got to ask permission before you go outside. So I was like, I'd be like, Mom, Dad, can I go outside for a little bit? They'd be like, yeah, but clean your room first. I was like, oh, man, dang, all right. So I rush. I slide things under the bed. I'll stuff things in the closet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'll put stuff in whatever drawer and it'll be like, done. But then I'll go downstairs and I'll tell them, like, all right, I'm done. My room's clean. And they'd be like, to your satisfaction or to my satisfaction, right? And the parents are representation of the Most High. So my mom and dad, my mom and dad will come in my room and be like, they'll know my hiding spots. They'll know exactly where my hiding spots were, or where I slid things out the way, or where I never looked to grab things from to pick up. They make me start pulling things out, putting them back on the floor, and I'll be mad. Like, I just cleaned all this stuff up. But they'll point out the area I'll never look to clean up, and they'll say, do it right this time. It'll take longer for me to go outside. I'll lose time outside. Yeah, salam, Big Buddha. But it was still at the same time, what really matters. What really matters was the day-to-day things in my room that I needed and needed to know where they were. Like my clothes, my shoes, my books. I needed to know where to put them. So when I get asked, where's this? I know exactly where to go. And not doing so, right, would cause me to show up without what I needed the next day. And that's very important. You got to do it right the first time. Slow it down, right? And shalom, big sister Crystal. Shantae, what's going on, sis? Yahweh said, now, what do you hear when I told you this? I heard, before Yah goes in to check and tells you to move, make sure things are arranged to his satisfaction. So you know where you're going to, so you know what you're trying to get. It looks like I moved what he told me to move, but was it to his satisfaction? Some things take a little bit longer, but at least, I caught the full lesson, right? Now, keep in mind still that moving day. Moving day. We're going through the house. We're guided through Yah's direction. Remember yesterday, Dr. T was talking about Yahweh's direction. He's given the direction, and it's moving day. It's time to go. It's time to move, right? So Yah said, all right, go get the box labeled every day is moving day. So I ran. Boom. I got it. I grabbed it. But it wasn't just one box. It was the first one I saw labeled every day is moving day. But there was more than one. There were things packed in different boxes, different lessons, same walk, right? But I slid them out the way thinking I got to the point. So get used to knowing that the one lesson you learned is multifolded. Don't just move, but sit, wait, glean, search. What is the true purpose? Don't just say lesson learned, because down the road, that same lesson is going to come up again in the test. Do it to his satisfaction. Open the label box, check the contents, then move forward with pace. Right? Every day is moving day. And guess, y'all already know, who's the head of the company? Yahweh. Shalom, Mama Mavis. Everybody coming in. Yahweh. He's the boss. Right? He knows the plan. He knows the direction. What to grab. What to move where. What you learned and studied with him in your house, in your lob. The house represents your heart, remember? So what is given to you for this walk? All him, right? Those pop quizzes, yep. He'll pop up real quick like, all right, pop quiz. I strongly dislike those pop quizzes, I'm telling you. Because I was the one in school that never had a pencil. I was always like, yo, can I borrow your pencil? Try to make an excuse to go around and look at everybody else's test, but I ain't going to throw all myself out there. But, and, everybody is a teacher. Speaking of that, everybody's a teacher eventually. We all be cooking, right? We all be cooking. We all teach. We all give each other to-go plates for the road. But the same food you prep for others, you got to have for yourself, right? So keep the lessons not only so you can give testimony to others, but to give testimony for yourself when you're feeling down and out. And all that's going to nourish you, right? We got to keep moving, got to keep teaching. There's a difference between, again, net fishing and pole fishing. And now we're going to clock in. Now we're going to go to work, all right? Because the adversary is coming every day. I mean, thinking about it, I was blown just like looking around to what's really going on. Exactly. Everyone's a teacher. I'm looking around to what's going on. I'm like, yo, House of Time is separating us, pushing us to move faster than what we need to go. He's trying to make us give out our own doctrines to try to control our own people when the law is the law. So what is the additives for? Well, the additives is the adversary, right? What's going on, Brother TJ? And there's more of us going against each other for real, than there are helping each other. Like there's bickering, there's clickbait conversations on TikTok, there's rock throwing, sneak dissing. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, ain't it the same chicken? Like, it has to stop. We need to get moving. It gets physical. Like they say, it gets physical in the paint, but I'm with the and ones. We got to get the grouping together to tear down what the enemy has put upon us. But we don't get together to tear down somebody else's livelihood instead of waiting for forgiveness, instead of waiting for repentance. Right? Go to Yah. Keep going to Yah. If I don't know how to handle a situation, I got righteous counsel. And I got Yah. I'll be like, how do I mend the gap? Like, do I put for moving day, do I put the silverware in with the pots? Or do I pack those separately? Take it to him. He'll tell you exactly where to go and the purpose of it. He might say, you don't need all that. You don't need all them silverwares. You know, you got 24 million forks. You could throw some to the side. But then he'll tell you why he told you to put it there. Why he told you to cast it away. That will be what we call the lesson learned. We've got work to do, fam. Can we agree? We've got work to do. It's all hands to the plow. All this madness going on out here, it's got to stop. I mean, I don't politic, right? But I do hear the news. And what is it? Shadur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son. What he's going through with the Colin Kaepernick thing. Same thing. Just because we stand up and we know we great, we get punished for that. We've got to keep it together. You got to, right? It's another yawn, another day, right? Every day is moving day. Again. But not just moving automatically, because sometimes we start the day with Shalom, Sister Deborah. How's it going? Great to see you. We start the day with prayer. We start the day with being still, right? You got to listen. This still moment may last a season, but either way, it's a spoken sequence. Spoken sequence. I'm gonna hone in on sequence, right? Because every step is a step closer to Yah's promise. There's consequence. It's a long way of purpose. How's it going, love? There's consequences, right? Now think about that word consequence, because it's not always negative. People try to make it a negative thing, but it's not always negative, right? It's a consequence. It's with, together, thoroughly, with sequence, right? A way of events. Exactly. that was some inspiration for this one. And we're blessed with another day to make another choice, grab another box to move, put another bag on our back to take part in the essence of this sequence, right? He told Abraham, or Abram at the time, go forth to Haran and go to the promise. He told Moses, tell the people in your house to move forward. He told us to move through the wilderness. Again, the wilderness is not a place of worry. The wilderness is a place where you get closer to Yah. Don't you think he ordained you to go to the wilderness, right? Then he say, hey, I need you to go through the wilderness to go get this that I need you to get for your people. You're intimate with them in the cough and the hands of the Most High, right? He told Moses, why are you crying to me? Speak to the children of Israel, Yahashua, that they go forward. He told Joshua in 7:10. Matter of fact, I'm going to go there. So that way we know exactly what we're talking about. Joshua, what was it, chapter 7. Yeah, Joshua chapter 7, verse 10. It says, and Yahweh said unto Joshua, get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face, right? He said, why are you on your face, man? You heard exactly what I told you to do, and things didn't come out in order. Remember Achan when they came through Jericho, and he told him not to pick up the Babylonian garment, and Achan did anyway? And he said, you did everything I told you to do to this point. Something didn't happen right. Be grateful for the repeat, right? But if something's going wrong, it's just because you didn't follow through correctly. That's all, Stephen. That's all it is. It's an easy fix, theoretically, right? Now, back to imagining moving day. You wake up, right? You pray. You wash your face, right? Brush your teeth. You sit and wait. Then you go clock in, right? I'm telling you, feel me, sis. You go clock in, you sit, and you wait for your instructions, right? Remember yesterday? Wait for the instructions. You search for your instruction, your daily bread. You're with a team of community members. We're all helping each other move through this thing. Each will be dispersed to different areas to grab different boxes to move. Yahweh already knows what needs to be moved, what needs to be left behind, what needs to be broken down, what needs to be thrown into the dumpster, what needs to be bubble wrapped, what needs to extra tool to move like a dolly. You know, he knows about the team lift. He gonna call the team lift if he has to. For those that know about the warehouse work, because they'll be on you about some team lifting. He has your safety equipment, your spiritual PPE, right? You clock in each day with him to put in work. But each day you start with peace. Start in stillness. Await order. After that, it's moving time continuously out of different rooms. Letting him check what's inside the boxes and rooms, remember? And he's letting you know what can stay in the box and what has to be thrown out. Sometimes it's the weight that won't pass. Sometimes the box won't be able to make it with you down the steps. It'll bust open. So again, first check with Yah. Yahweh is telling us how to maximize space as you're packing things in the U-Haul vessel. He holds the tape, the measuring tape, the Sharpie to mark the box, the scripture, the containers. He has different ones set in different areas. Some have a walkie-talkie, right? With the close ear communication. He holds the route to the new place. He holds your protection, your first aid. He got your Band-Aids in case you get cut up, you know. He got your water. He got your nourishment. I mean, we could keep going. Keep in mind moving day. What happens in moving day? A lot. A lot. See, yeah, Solomon was told to observe the ants. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, don't forget the insurance, the Ravak HaKodash. Come on now. There you go. Tada, sis. Thank you, sis. You even got the house insurance. Right along with you. And you're going to make sure you make it to work too. He's going to sit you down and tell you, okay, it's time for your 30-minute break or your 2:15s. Then it's back to it. So think about this. Where is Yahweh telling you to go with the boxes and furniture he has set for you? Think about what has to be loaded first. What has to be loaded a little later? What should you be putting bubble wrap on, taping up? It reminds me about being quick to hear and slow to speak, slow to move, right? Tada, sis. We right in line with each other. You know, Ravak moves. Like, I was sitting there yesterday, like, and I had to dip out because I was like, man, all right, yeah, I had to get some one-on-one time. And it came out beautifully. I mean, beautifully. And then also, Yahweh has the next box, right? You know, like when the parents come up with the with your present, right, or something like that. The next step, he's holding it in his hands like, I got something for you. He's holding it behind his back, and we're excited to see what it is, but he's waiting to give it to us, to tell us where it is, until the right moment. Don't rush. Pace. Remember we were talking about pace? You got to meditate to elevate. You're going to have to sit up here, sit down there, move up here, move over there, duck here, weave there. Boxes going to fall here. You got to put them back up there, right? You're going to have to position yourself for the lift and the strain. But the strain, that's your testimony. And your fam is here for you for that team lift. Like, it's love when all this comes together. You got to show love. And it's not always about where you're taking the box from. We go through things, right? But that's where you're taking the box from. That's the beforehand. Remember we talked about that? The kaf, both hands on the Most High. There's a beforehand and afterhand that He has set up for your life. Solomon, children of the Most High, how's it going? There, and it's His order, His direction, right? It's important. The beforehand, I'm not going to sleep on the beforehand. The beforehand is important. I give you that. But it's the afterhand that we should really be looking at, right? It's about where you're going with it. What is the box labeled as again? The direction you're going. Do you know that your path is clear? Is there anything that's going to trip you up? Because you're going to have to unpack that box somewhere else, and you don't want to be all banged up and bruised up and stuff trying to get to where you need to go. Don't just stack up the box lazily either. Because, you know, we could be quick, fast, and in a hurry, like, thanks, Pops. I got you, and then we'll stack it. But it won't be stacked right, so somebody comes by. Yes, all is well, Tawada. And you stack it up, and then somebody comes by, and boom, then your boxes fall down, and then you got to put them back up, stack them back together. You know? It's a process. But, you know, if you stack those boxes lazily, that's how things fall apart. Grab the whole scroll. All the instructions from Yah. Because I'll be quick, fast, and in a hurry, end up bumping my head on something. I'm telling you. Line upon line, precept upon precept. Matter of fact, Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28, we're going to go there. We're going to go there. I believe it's after verse 5 or something like that. Like sister talking yesterday. I know where these things are. I promise you. I know where these things are. But like the exact verse, I'll see it when I get there. Moving day. All right, Isaiah 28. Line upon line. Here we go. All right. We're going to start in verse 10. So Isaiah 28, verse 10. All right, yeah, get your steps in, brother. Yep, I'm going to walk with you like we always do. This is a walk. We walking together, right? Praise Yah. We going to walk. Love this. I love Thursdays. This is my first day off usually. No, it is going to be because I got to learn to give myself some rest. But, you know, after this, it starts my day off lovely. Like, I love y'all, fam, for real. Like, this gets me going. And this lesson, like, it's talking to me too, because every day is moving day, man. Once you think about it, it's something, there's a purpose, there's something that Yahweh has for you. You got to sit and wait on it. He don't just wake you up for nothing. Yeah, you, me, us, big we. He don't just wake you up for nothing. He woke you up because he has a purpose for you. He's not done with you yet. Now we know the goal of the purpose, but the specifics, you know, it could hit or miss sometimes. But line upon line, precept upon precept. So Isaiah 28, verse, what do we say, 10? Well, we can start at verse 9. It says, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? To be under the standard of his doctrine, right? No additives. There's no need to put anything extra on it. There's no need to make up no doctrine, no clickbait conversations, because the law is there. We don't need nothing else. We don't need to put our hands to that. He already has that perfect in his will. Remember that mixing bowl we were talking about last week? With the potter, you put your hand in there while he's trying to get everything together, and you'll make a mess and get your hand popped. And he'll say, that's not the box I told you to move. No seasoning needed. That's right. That's it. Come on now. That's it. I know some people, when they cook, and we were talking about ketchup. I was talking to one of my sisters. It was like, if I cook and you put ketchup on that thing, I'm going to be mad because you don't need no extra seasoning. Right? But, yeah, Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. He says, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. For with stammering words, right? With stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, right? It's going to seem like that because it sounds strange when he's teaching you truth. The truth about righteousness and about wickedness. So this is like a weeding out process, right? Let's keep going. To whom he said, to these people he said, there is rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and there is refreshing, yet they would not hear. He's like, I got everything for you. I told you exactly what I needed you to do. Verse 13, but the word of Yahweh was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little, that they might go and fall backwards and be broken and snared and taken. It's part of the process. Sometimes we drink of our own flesh, right? But because of this, hear the word of Yahweh, ye scornful men that rule this people, which is in Yerushalayim. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with offering, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made our lies our refuge, and under falsehood we have hid ourselves. Right? You see what you get to when you don't go line upon line, precept upon precept, when you end up going your own way instead of the way that Yahweh has for you. Getting drunk off your own will, right? It's the weeding out process. That's essentially what instructions is. That's essentially what it is. It's weeding out. When he tells you to go where you're supposed to go, he's telling you where not to go at the same time, right? He says, all right, go up here, bust a left. That means do not go right. Right? Now, some people see the moving process as like, man, I ain't even try to do all this, bro. It's a lot going on. I got to move in a few weeks. Moving out too, and I'm thinking like, I don't even want to start getting stuff together, but you got to do it. But moving brings us closer to Yah. Yeah, talking too fast and listening real slow, ain't it? Ain't it? Talking too fast and listening too slow. Hey, what's up, brother Four Corners? What's up, beloved? Great to see you, man. Yeah, like I don't be trying to do the moving day thing. Like I'm not excited about moving day. I don't get excited about that. But I was sitting there with that thought, and I thought it should be an exciting part. Like we're with our community. We're moving to be closer to our family. We're working with family. Helping those that stray get back on track. Like moving day, it can get overwhelming, right? You know, when we get hot, yeah, it's a new adventure, right? And you know, when we get hot, we get a little irritated, right? We get irritated more than some. You know, it can get frustrated. Tensions rise when it comes to moving day. Somebody gonna get irritated with somebody else. The temperature in the room gets a little higher. But when you're open to it, and you know it's ordained, like Abu Yaz Lily was talking about, and you know that it's growth, it'll bring growth upon you. Exactly, it's a process. It's a process. It's a process that is what we need, though. We can't be in the same place. We can't be in it, like, think about it. If I can't be in this same apartment for the rest of my life, I got to move eventually, right? And this growth, it moves me closer to family as I listen to Yah and how he tells me to move, and with everything going on in my life, the transitions. I can't transition while being in place. It starts there, right? But your ear is to Yah because it's direction. It's direction. And apparently that's the theme for the week, ain't it? Yahweh's direction. He's the head of the moving company. Let him tell you where to go. He knows the plan. He knows the schematics. He has all the safety equipment, the tape, the bubble wrap, the extra boxes, you know. But the important thing is, as we're moving to get together, exactly. I'm open. Come on now. Well, when we get together, it'll bring growth upon all of us, and it'll bring us together like we've never been before. That's the goal, because the adversary, I mean, just like he be going to and fro, we got to go to and fro with our sword and the armor of Yah, right?
Excuse
Yeah. Did you want to say something real quick, Pastor Don?
me. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was reading the comments. Y'all salam everyone. I was scrolling through the comments and I seen this one because you missed the one when you gotta pack stuff up. You write on the boxes: fragile, clothes, bedroom, living room, bathroom, kitchen stuff. But I was noticing one thing: when people pack up stuff, ready to move, how are we mixing with our glassware with the silverware, and we putting that stuff in the fragile box? Don't make sense to me. Well, fragile is fragile. Do we know what fragile is? Glass is fragile. Vases are fragile. We talk about moving, right? So then we putting stuff in the truck. Get the stuff out the house, out the apartment. We coming up with the old and coming up with the new, like Apostle said. Then how we packing this truck up? If you know how to pack, you put the light stuff in first, and then the heavy stuff to brace it. So when that truck shifts to one side, shift to another side, what happens? The stuff that's marked fragile, or the stuff the boxes are light, they won't fall all over the place. When you get to your new place, who want to bring broken? Oh, here we go, right here. I'm sorry. When you get to your new place, why do you want to bring broken stuff into your new place? Let that rest, marinate right there. Why do you want to take your broken stuff that you mark fragile and you put it in the truck in the disorder when the Hagodash told you put this one in first, brace this one up second, so when it shift, it won't break or won't fall. And we bringing broken stuff into our new places. Let that marinate, somebody. Let that marinate. Let that marinate. We bringing broken stuff into places. We're broken. We got heartaches. We got separation. We got sickness. There's death. There's our egos. Ooh, that one right there. Our egos, our flesh, just crying out, broken. Because I cussed out Brutal last night, then I'm going to move to something else, and the Most High is like, you cussed your brother out. I didn't ask you to move. Just like Aaron and Miriam did when they talked about, they put their mouth on Moses and his wife, who he think he is. He can only want to talk to the Most High. That's how we do. That's what we do. We're broken.
Yeah.
And then we speak. Now I jumped on Bruda. Now I'm going to jump on this Isha. Well, okay. All right. Then I get cursed. I get leprosy. We can't move. I'm considered unclean. And the Most High is like, ain't nobody moving till after 7 days. Then once Pastor Don is clean, he repented. He apologized to Bruda and his Isha. Then y'all can move on. That's called brokenness. He not gonna move us in broken places. But we want to move in broken places. That's why I kept saying, why you want to bring broken stuff into the new house? It was broke in the last place. Why you want to carry that same damaged, fragile stuff that's broken into a new place? You can end up throwing that stuff away anyway. Once you open the box, you cut the box up, you're like, oh, snap. What happened? The glass broke. The vase broke. The flower pot broke. No, put that out in trash. We got enough trash in this house. Put that broken stuff out in your trash. And right there, I'm going to park my car, turn the flashes on, and pass it back to my brother.
Alley-oop, big facts. And you right in line. I did miss that comment, but that's inclusive too. Just like you were saying, we got to move the pride to the side. We got to be open to talk about these things, man. We got to be open to to get this right, because I'm not gonna dislike somebody for my entire life. That's too much wasted energy. I'm not gonna go over here and try to grab this fragile thing and try to stuff it over here real quick, just to get it out the way because it's not in order. And like Pastor Don was saying, you're gonna get somewhere, and I mean stuff's gonna be all over the place. You ain't use no straps, you ain't use no bungee cords. I mean at least a shoestring. You ain't do
Come
nothing.
on, man. Come on.
Nothing at
Say
all.
that you didn't secure it in the truck.
Yeah.
And just for the record, that was hypothetical. He ain't cussed me or my Isha out. That's
Yeah. No. We just speaking out.
yeah, we gonna bring this out. Yeah, that's
Disclaimer, huh? Disclaimer. You gonna clear that up, huh, Bruno?
yeah, I'm just
I was about to get there.
It's just like paying for storage. Why if you gonna pack up and you need these things, if you paying for it for a year in storage and then they sell your storage, what was you paying? How bad did you really need that?
Yeah.
You understand? What are we storing up? If we putting it in a storehouse and it's being useful to us, and somebody else is being, you might as well have gave it away because y'all provides, right? So, like you said, when you pack it up and you label it, some things need to go, but some things don't need to go with you. They need to go somewhere, just not necessarily always go with you. Be mindful of what you're taking with you all the time, because you're gonna keep getting the same results. If you bringing stuff in your house that cause roaches everywhere you go, you're going to have roaches everywhere you go.
And when there's one, there's 1,000.
What you said.
What you said. That's good, bro, because my mom is planning to move out of one place to another place until the summer. Now, we are in first day of May. She has already went through the stuff, and out of 5 rooms, what she gave away, what she threw away, she's like, I got stuff labeled just sitting in her living room has been her storage bin, her storage house, waiting to move. I'm like, Mom, you got all your stuff packed? She's like, yeah, I went through all the clothes. I went through all the bath towels, the washcloths. I'm like, wow, Mom, you ready? You ready to move? She's like, yeah, I can't take everything with me because I have stuff that's old. Now, I want to know if you and your wife want some of this stuff. I'm like, Mom, no, you got, I don't know how I'm going to get it from Ohio back to New York. She was like, you can just pay for it. I'm like, hold on, but you giving stuff away. Why I want to pay for something that I don't want? Let that marinate, y'all. Why you want something? Why somebody want to give you something that you don't want? But they want you to pay for it so they can ship it to you. Man, stop playing with me, son. Like, Mom, no, you're not doing that. But when I talk to your wife, I'm gonna ask her. I was like, really? I cannot. I'm like, they ain't trying to be disrespectful. Like, Mom, stop playing. No, we don't want it. Give it away to somebody else. I don't want nothing that you don't want. I want the Most High love, but He's gonna give it to me. Let Him give it to me. If the Hasatan, the Satan, want to give me his love, I don't want your love, man. Why do I want your love? You give me enough problems, enough hell right now that I don't want. I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to get out of. But the Most High, you give me His love, I'm gonna take His love. That's real talk. Let me shut up. Let me just shut up.
Hey, this is Thursday, man.
We're gonna say nothing to the end. Let me shut up.
No, we Gucci. What you got?
Yeah, what you said. Yeah, what you said.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh.
Go ahead. We go digress. I'm gonna mute up. I can't speak for Doc, but I'm gonna mute up and let you finish.
No, that was look. Sis already talking about it. That's a word. That was a word he had on. And then like Dr. T was talking about, some things you have to give away. Like that's the reason why you have it, like your gifts and everything like that. But you got to move your pride to the side. You got to put your flesh out the way. You got to put the law of Yah and take out the autonomy. Like, what's that? Auto meaning, let's see, what was it? Auto meaning self, and nomos meaning the law or rules, right? But don't think you're above moving anything or any box or furniture. Don't say, I ain't grabbing that because that box dusty. It ain't about that. Even if you have that walkie-talkie, even if you're in position to assemble, there's nothing you can't not touch. I mean, there's wickedness, right? But sometimes you just gotta wipe the dust off, and then, like they say, kick your dust off, and then go into the house. That happens all the time. But don't get caught up in doing that. And then another thing, you gotta watch the snares. That might snag your clothes when you're moving, right? But don't get mad because you snagged your shirt. It's just a shirt. It's just a thread. In this part, Yahweh has new clothes waiting on you anyway at the final destination. You gotta change out. We might be broken to you. Could be blessing for the next. Exactly. Right? And the enemy loves to get us caught up in snares. It's just a worldly shirt. Keep working. Keep lifting. You came to work anyway. Your clothing gonna get a little tore up. It's wartime. Little by little, the ear will get closer. The more worry, the more a person will listen anyway, right? Like, man, I done snagged my shirt. Man, I done messed this up. But that's the thing about it. I noticed, like, the more I worry, the more I look to listen anyway. And watch the corners when you hit the bend too, because some people are moving at a different pace, right? They're coming in and out of different doors. Some might be coming out as you're going in, right? And that brought up another jump. 2 Corinthians 4. We're going to go 2 Corinthians 4. We're going to read verse 18, then we're going to go to chapter 5, verse 5 from there. So 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Where is that? And don't forget, we're going to go to the Apocrypha too. We got Yahweh led me to a lot of scriptures, right? So 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. We're going to start there. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, right? Don't look at them threads and them snags. That's what you can see. But at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal. They're temporary. But the things which are not seen are eternal. That's Yahweh's plan. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle, right, were dissolved, we have a building of Alachim, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens, eternal in Shamayim. For in this we groan earnestly, desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from Shamayim. Right in line. If so, be that being clothed, we shall not be found naked. For we are in this tabernacle. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened. Not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life. Now, he that has wrought us for the self-same thing is Alachim, who has also given us into the earnest of the Spirit. Pretty much, all together, what that's saying is, moving day is a workout. It's going to leave you sore. You're going to recall many things about the day, but don't let it cloud your vision, because you can manipulate yourself like that. You're telling yourself it's too much stuff to move. You're sitting down and looking at all those boxes. Things that still aren't packed yet. Like you can't call nobody to help. Like you don't have family in the next room moving right along with you. Right? We're too used to abandonment too quick sometimes. We get there too quick. Many throw things at you and bring you down to their abandonment issue, but no, bring them up to your righteousness. Show love. Don't abandon them in spirit. Like sometimes you gotta make sure you know how to carry things too. Yeah, hoarders, come on now. Not everything's there for you to keep. What's going on, Papa G? Not everything's there for you to keep. Some things are for you to give away, right? And we gotta practice team lifts. We gotta practice holding each other up. Sometimes you need to let that strange show so people can see, okay, some of those boxes that Yahweh told them to grab are really heavy, but yet they picked it up with ease. He said, man, that box looked crazy, and they lifted up that box by themselves. Yeah, because Yahweh said you can do it. Do the walk of Yahashpai. Walk on that water, Peter. Remember? Don't lose sight. Go with the original sequence. Like the walk of Yahashpai. In Matthew 14, right? Remember, he fed the 5,000. And matter of fact, we're gonna go there. Matthew 14. I told you we're gonna be walking today. Matthew 14, 22. I might get there quicker. I'm gonna start reading. $14.22. Yeah, it says, and straightway Yahushua constrained his disciples to get them into a ship and to go before him unto the other side while he sent the multitudes away. Right? Come on now. Remember to be wise and safe. Exactly. Now see, Yahushua out of the work of Yah, right? By Yah's direction, he constrained his disciples. He grouped them together. Wherever you are, right? He places us in different positions for a reason, right? He grouped them together. He made sure we were still together for a reason, because all of them together must go before him to the other side, while he tends to the others we've helped gather, because it's moving day, right? We help guide them to the way, but now we got to go out and get some more. We got to get some more bosses. We got to get some more people so we can keep moving. We are trusted. Heavy is the head. We're trusted to go with the movement plan of packing up and what needs to be packed up and what needs to keep going. Right? It's like when you think about the vessel like symbolizes fertility, like birth and wondrous works in love, faith, unity, the plan, the peace and instructions, discovery. All of this is what we're moving into. Shalom, sis. What's going on, SJ? Again, we got to leave things behind. We got to throw things away. Things that need to be off from our personal lives, like Don was talking about. Don't try to get to moving everything on your own. You don't know what's going to fit in the vessel. Yahweh does. We're all packing up different parts for the party. Like Brother TJ be talking about all the time. It's always time for a party. Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your works to Yahweh, and your plans will be established. You will hear what he said. Even if you're upstairs and he's downstairs, even if you're not close to somebody with a walkie-talkie, it's moving there. We're moving a lot of these boxes. We're moving things to the U-Haul. Exactly, always, in all ways. Commit your works to Yahweh. Say, Yah, all right, I moved this box over here. What's next? He will give a dolly to lighten the move. Come on now. He will give a dolly to lighten the move, because, what is it? The yoke is easy and the burden is light when it comes to this side. Come on, alley-oop. The yoke is easy and the burden is light on this side. There's moral order. He got the dolly. He got the straps for the dolly. He got everything that you can tie in. The ravak with you in all your ways and all your steps. It's the sequence. Positive and negative, right? Let's be real. There's some positive things. There's some negative things, but it's a learning process. You might stack those things on that dolly. See if you got it right. You lean it back with ease, right? We got the cannon. Come on now. You might lean it back with ease and you get to moving and you see some steps and you hit that first step, boom, but then all the boxes fall. You think Yah's mad at you? He said, no, you tried. Your ways are not my ways and your thoughts are not my thoughts, but you tried. But what you're going to do this time, you're going to go back down. You're going to grab all them boxes back up. You're going to remember the process, right? You're going to stack them up right. But this time, use 2 straps around there. Yeah, he never mad. That's Pops. that's Dad. That's Abba Yah. If he sees you trying, and all he needs to see is faith, that he said, move these things down the steps. We should be able to handle both. Exactly. Be patient. Come on now. And we're moving those things down the steps, and we move those boxes back up the steps. We put it back on the dolly. He says, all right, now you see those big boxes? Put those at the bottom and put those smaller boxes at the top. Put that strap at the bottom, put another one up at the top of that, lean it back with ease. They go down one step at a time. But when you go down one step, make sure you jump down a few steps and rock it back with you. Okay, Pops. All right, Abba. Thanks, Abba. No, thank you for trying. That's all he wants his children to do. Just keep trying. It's growth. It's growth. Matter of fact, random. I was in the Dollar General the other day, right? And I was greeted in peace by this brother, right? Because, I'm in the aisle, I'm trying to get some body wash. I'm looking at the body wash and stuff. And, I see the brother and his wife coming down the aisle. And me knowing me and my presence and how I can stand there, right? I move to the side because sometimes I'll be like, nah, these people gonna move around me. I gotta work on some things. But I step back and I turn my head because, sometimes brothers be tripping, right? I turn my head. But I said, what's up, bro? He said, what's up? Peace, man. And I was not expecting that from the brother. I judged him. I did. I did not expect it. Like, I was stumbling. I was like, shalom, brother. But it gave me hope. Right? I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, bro didn't even think that anybody was on any type of time. Bro must be moving with Yah. Bro must have been moving some boxes around in his life, right? Yeah, misjudged. I did. I misjudged him. He was coming out of one room with the box. And I was coming around the corner, right? And I seen him. I was like, oh, man, he think he got it. He think he got it. He don't got it. Just that quick. But he said, peace. Excuse me, bro. And I was like, yo, look at y'all. Look at y'all. Look at the growth in the community. But it gave me hope. But not everybody is on that. Big facts, Papa G. Big facts. But it gave me hope. But I know not everybody's with it. I know not everybody's there. Like, sometimes it will be that fool that's going to trip, right? But that made me think there's a reason why not everything and everyone is into what Yah has for us. It's because some things he hasn't gotten done with yet with some people. And that's okay. It's part of the process, right? There's still some holes that need to be patched up. It's in us too. We found the truth. They need to find the truth too, but there's still some holes that need to be patched up in their rooms, in their add-ons, in their mansion. Right? They move some stuff too quick and they boom, pop the hole in the wall. There's still something that needs to be patched up. There's a righteous direction. All praise. There's a righteous direction. There are things that you must see along the way. There's things you got to pay attention to that you got to hear. You'll hear many things. You'll hear many grunts and crying and complaining and yearning when you're moving. But all these things are there beforehand, yet again. The process of progress, exactly. There's one way to move. Like the parable with the gate and the sheep, right? Matter of fact, that's it. John chapter 10. Let me go there. John chapter 10. Verse 7 through 9. It says, Yehoshua said unto him, these are the red letters, right? He said, verily, verily. He said, I interact, but I really need to listen for what Yah is saying through my piece. Come on now. It's always a lesson. That's the thing too. Like, I need to listen to everybody. Like, sometimes we could look and be like, I don't know, like, you got much to tell me. But they probably said the same thing about Yehoshua. Right? But it says, John chapter 10, verse 7, it says, verily, verily. This is truth, right? Remember that verily, when he spoke these verilies, he was describing a thought, right? He was given the true matter of truth. He says, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pasture. There's only one way to go through. And that's the thing about it too, because Yahweh says, we can say it like this. Yahweh says, we're moving everything through this door, this front door. Yehoshaphat. Don't go out the back door. Don't go out the side door because this stuff ain't going to fit. It's too narrow. It hasn't worked. You've been going in and out them doors all the time. You done broke it up and everything like that. We're going through the front door. Everything must go through the front door. The door of Yehoshaphat. It's moving day until we done, fam. It's moving day until it's done. Until we get to our mansions, until we get to our places we need to go. Right? Now, we're going to go to Psalms 32, and then we're going to hit Sirach 39, or Ecclesiasticus 39, and then we're going to close it out. And that's just about all I have. We're going to chit-chat after that. But go to Psalms 32, and I was reading it, and I was sent to the Message Bible as well. So I'm going to kind of relay, cross-reference it. All right? So Psalms 32, we about to close it out. We about to walk it out. It says, "Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered." So basically, like, count yourself blessed how happy you must be to get a fresh start. A new yom. A new day to move. Your slate's wiped clean. Verse 2, "Blessed is the man unto him Yahweh imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile." Be thankful that Yahweh holds nothing against you. And you're holding nothing back from him. Cast all those heavy boxes to Yah. Tell him, "Hey, Yah, this box heavy right here. I might need some help." He'll help you with it. He'll send help for you. Let him show you how to pack it right. Sometimes you're trying to fit too much. Sometimes you're moving too fast and you're missing the point. Verse 3, when I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my roaring all the day long. It said, when I kept it all inside before I tried to move, right? My bones turned to powder. My words became day-long groans because I tried to hold it all into myself. I tried to say, "I got this. I don't need no help." Verse 4, "For day and night thy hand was heavy upon me. My moisture is turned into the drought of summer." It seems like the anointing was gone somewhere because I was stuck looking around. You were stuck looking at all those boxes. You weren't really paying attention to what was in front of you. Right? Which was really Yah. Let's see, verse 5. "I acknowledged my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto Yahweh." I will say, "I ain't got it, Yah." I thought I had it. I moved down the steps too quick. Yah, I dropped all the boxes. He said, "It's okay." He said, "Thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin." Verse 6, "For this shall every one that is holy pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him." Right? Suddenly the pressure was gone. Suddenly those extra boxes disappeared. I was left with what was truly mattered in the first place, and that was intimacy. My guilt, my sin, where I missed the mark, disappeared. And I'm grateful. He will send you help. It may be unexpected, but it's right on time. Come on now. That way. He'll send you help. Don't know what kind of vessel it's going to be, so don't be judging, Stephen. Right? Yeah, for this, yeah. Verse 7, "Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me," as in have something there already ahead of time for me to use to assist myself in this walk. "Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with the songs of deliverance." SALAH. So these things do add up, right? They do add up. Don't overthink it. Allowing the hakodats. Come on now. Yah is like an island hideaway, right? He told me to pack up and go there where he could protect me. He keeps danger far from the shore. The praise and love like a hug around me, you know? It's comforting. Verse 8, it says, I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. He's going to give you some Tabah advice, some righteous advice. He's going to tell you which way to go. A strong tower indeed, right? He's going to tell you which way to go. He will instruct thee and teach thee in the way. Remember we were talking about dropping those boxes down the steps? And he said, no, it's okay. I'm going to tell you how to put it together this time. Verse 9, be ye not as the horse or the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Yah will sit you down. Keep on being stubborn if you want to. He will sit you down. He says, okay, you're getting too overwhelmed. Go ahead and take you a quick 30-minute break, one of your 2 15-minute breaks, so you can hear me and what I'm trying to tell you what to do, because you're getting overwhelmed. You're forgetting to mark things fragile. You're dropping boxes all over the place. You're throwing things in and out. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, just life. Like, life be life, and Papa G. And going through it, these things speak to you when you read the scriptures, right? These things speak to you. Verse 10, it says, many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in Yahweh's mercy shall compass about him. Be glad in Yahweh, and rejoice ye righteous, and shout for joy, all that ye are upright in heart. Get excited because you move something the way that Yah told you to move it. Get excited because you saw exactly where he told you to go. You grabbed exactly what he told you to grab. You picked it up, you moved it to the right room, and you're ready to go back for the next one. But make sure you stretch first. Make sure you meditate. Now, Sirach 39, or Ecclesiasticus 39, I saw that, I was reading it, and it made me think, now, how do we get in tune with things? Like, what's the best way to go about this to be close to the ear of Yah? Because sometimes we're way upstairs, and we might hear a little echo or something, right? But this reminded me of the walk. This is all the walk is, what it really is with moving day. As I go to Sirach 39, as we close. Because thinking about that voice, that voice in your head that has tone that nobody else can hear, but you you sit with that voice and you ask what is it you're supposed to do. It'll tell you. It'll lead you right. Shalom, bro. What's going on, fam? Great to see you, man. Great to see you back in action, too. Like, let's see there. Let's close out Sirach 39. Ecclesiasticus 39. It says, not so that he has applied his soul. Not just to say that you applied your soul, but is that and meditates in the law of the Most High. He will seek out the wisdom of the ancients and will be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the discourse of men of renown. He will keep the way of his ancestors' renown. And will enter in the midst the subtleties of the allegories. He will seek out the hidden meaning of the proverbs. He will be conversant in the dark sayings of the allegories. He will serve among great men and appear before him that rules. He will travel through the land of strange nations, for he has tried to buy things, righteous things, and evil among men. He will apply his heart and return early to Yahweh that made him, and will make supplication before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer, and will make supplication for his sins. If Yahweh wills, he will be filled with the spirit of understanding. He will pour out the words of his wisdom, and in prayer give thanks to Yahweh. He will direct his counsel and knowledge to Yahweh, and his secrets he will meditate. He will show out the instruction which he has been taught, and will glory, or he will show the imprint of the law of the covenant of Yahweh. Many, many, many will commend his understanding, and so long as the world endures, it will not be blotted out. His memorial will not depart, and his name will live from generation to generation. Nations will declare his wisdom or agree with wisdom of the Most High Yah, and the congregation will tell out his praise. If he continues, he will leave a greater name than 1,000. Pretty much. Seek out the wisdom of the ancients and be very in tune with the prophecies. Preserve the sayings of the famous and penetrative parables. Seek out the hidden meaning of the proverbs. Serve among great men that appear before the rulers, because we are all great in front of great men. We're all together in this. We're all working to move everything out of the house. Yahweh will direct your counsel and your intimacy. Meditate on the mysteries. They will show discipline of their training and will glory in the law of the covenant. You will stand firmly in the law of the covenant. Get everybody to speak the wisdom of the Most High, right? Tell them what you've been through. Tell them your testimony. It's moving day. Every day is moving day to bring it all together. Every day is moving day. Every day we wake up. We wake up to a purpose. We wake up to the way, right? Because we're in tune with the proverbs. We search the Psalms. We learn from the stories. We don't just bash people with them. We don't create our own doctrines because there's only one law. There's no need to add anything, because if you're adding anything, it's the additives. It's the adversary. We got too much division, too much bickering. We got to get this back together. We got to get this back together. It's too much madness, but that's all I have, fam. I'm going to park my car, put my flashes on.
No. Don't park your car yet.
All right.
No, not yet. We're gonna ride in this together. I'm gonna let you drive. I'm gonna sit in the passenger seat. No, I'm gonna be backseat driver on this one. We're gonna put Bruder in the front. So, can we all just get in the same car and just go together as we follow the Most High? You said every day is moving day. We're moving every day. We should be moving in love, repentance, forgiveness, operating in the fruit of the Hakodash. We should also be moving with humility, because we have too many people that allow the egos get the best of them. And when the egos get the best of them, then we have a new doctrine that's going to be created. And the Most High ain't gave us that new doctrine. It's just like, I don't like the way Minister Stephen, my bro, usually as an example, I don't like the way you said this, and he's Hebrew, he's an Israelite, but I'm going to start Hebrew Israelites 2.0. But then we're going to keep all the ancient Paleo-Hebrew wordings, but we're going to twist it with some modern day Hebrew. And we're not going to wear turbans. We're not going to wear, our fringes are going to be fringes like the Ish people wear. Let's just say that. And instead of saying Yah Shalom, we're going to be like Shalom. That's the new that's the new Hebrew Israelite 2.0 I was talking about. You said we used to say Yah Shalom, but I don't like the way Minister Stephen how he do things. So I'm gonna start 2.0, and we're gonna be like Shalom. That makes sense?
No unity in that.
No, yeah.
Hold on. That didn't make sense? I thought I was painting the picture. That we every day is moving day. How are we not moving if we divide it? How are we not moving if we're not on one accord? That's why I said it's three of us in this vehicle, and you driving. I'm in the back seat, being the back driver, and Bruder in the front seat, being a passenger driver, he might be eating one of those egg rolls that he don't want to share, or he might be taking them off.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
You know, I like to. Right?
See, I'm glad you did that, because now I get the Lammy back on what I was sitting on, right? Yeah. So you said earlier about packing up the fragiles. Some of us who have moved cross country and moved in certain from long distance, right? You know that we start to keep the valuables in the car with us. A lot of the valuables don't go in the truck. A lot of the fragiles don't go in the truck. Your family members, certain heirlooms, certain things like, y'all know me, the swords, all of them included, hint, hint, wink, wink. Those are going to ride because those are things that we need for protection. That Ruach HaKodesh, we're going to ride with those things inside of the vehicle because those things are fragile to us. Those things are important to us. So we're going to put those in the vehicle that we riding in. Now, as far as whoever driving the truck, who's ever moving, and the pack, because me and you both can equate to this, we ain't doing too much moving. If I move right now, I got the highest movers. I can supervise. I can tell them this. I can do
that walkie-talkie.
Come on. Come on. So we're going to operate in wisdom, like we just said. Wow, did it just start pouring down raining like that? It literally just started pouring. Okay, so that's crazy. I say this to say, it just distracted me, right? Because I kept saying, we're going to go outside today, right? I said, we going outside. They just came and cut the grass. And the sun was shining, and just that quick, it started pouring down raining so very hard. So again, the obedience is our sacrifice. So like we said, the growth is so prevalent. Is that, if I can use that correctly, and all of us see what we have done wrong, and some of us are taking heed to it, and the growth is growing. And then some of us still want to just throw the cheap shots in the slug. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Okay, if you want to choose to keep doing that, but certain things that we left by the curb, I'm not carrying it no more. And if we're gonna ride in the same car and we're gonna carry the same values and the same valuables, we gonna have a say on what we gonna carry. If it's a vote and we won Yasharah, we won, like, yeah. When y'all know how me and Pop y'all are. Y'all, the reverence I show for Pop y'all all show it because he's earned it. He deserves it. Yes, it is what it is. It's not because of no fleshly thing that he does. It's the Ruach HaKodesh that he moves in. He shows up. He's in position. He's the elder that you do. And everybody plays their position well. And that's what I love about what this is. Whatever it is,
right?
There's many pieces of the puzzle that need to come together. And it needs to stop being your version of it, what you said, and I'm over here. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I know that the people that I'm rocking with are not doing that because I'm not attaching to that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know what you're saying, but I choose you this day for if we gonna do this, let's do this. Because if some of us are from some different places and we've seen what it's capable of on a worldly level, so imagine if it's Ruach led. Imagine if it's in the spirit. Imagine if Dad ordained it and he gave us permission, what it can be capable of, what we can build, what we can see, what we can be privy to and be a part of. Not no names and not what you this and you that. No, we all just, man, you my brother, you my brother, you my Aki, you my Akadi. Man, whatever it is, everybody is a minister. If you live by Ruach and the word gives you a word, get out there and get your word out. No one man above the mob. What I'm saying ain't no more important than what you're saying. Who told you? Who authorized you? That's what's important. Right. What you're authorized by. What we attach ourselves to. That's right. What that is. Glean team activated. I'm a park the bus. I'm gonna shut up.
You in the passenger seat, and I'm so glad that Bruder Steven, he drove the truck slow. Because, I don't I'm in the back seat with all these swords and other stuff. If he hit a bump, I might get cut. But I'm glad he drove this slow. He know how to ease up on he know how to drive past the potholes and not hit the bumps that say bump in the road.
Come on.
Yeah, so
He's a truck driver. That's what he does for a living. That's why when we created his logo, no strings attached, because we pushing. Oh, I was about to say something I once, but yeah, we out. It is what it is. The foundation is foundational. It was that for a reason. You know what I mean? When we started saying that, he's like, yo, bro, ain't nobody telling us what to do. Nobody's telling us what to do but the Ruach, the Most High Papa. What he says. Nobody puppet mastering us. And then I get the, yeah, bro, ain't nothing about us ish, except the part that we're husband. We're ish, because that's what Hebrew says. We're ish. We're something like Yah. We're something like him. That's the only ish we want to be. All that other ish we not. So yeah, you picked the perfect person to drive the truck because that is. I'm a part of it.
okay, I'm glad that you. Ooh, I love this brother bring out mad wisdom. That's why I be pushing you, big bro. But moving on. I used to be slow too. What I was saying was, if we are one Yasharel, we one body, one Adonai, one faith. That's who we are. That's who we shall be. Because if y'all moving, I'm following you guys. Remember, y'all been this longer than me. I'm following you guys because I see how Yahweh is leading you. And I love the righteousness. I love the fellowship. I love communication. I love that this brother drove this truck real slow and that he got some moving people to help move that stuff. Because, I wasn't lifting nothing with I only got one arm and I can really walk that wheel. Stuff like that. But I'm glad that you drove the truck today, and it's filled up. And can we, since Bruno wanted to share the egg rolls, can we pull over and get something to eat? Because I'm quite hungry.
I just need you to stop bothering him about these egg rolls. I'm gonna need you to get over that, right? We talking about the unity of the faith. You're gonna show grace and you're gonna give allowance because you love him on them egg rolls, with that being said, right? I don't usually come on Thursday. I let y'all men take it, but today was different because I'm telling you, like, and I'm sorry for the background noise. Like I said, I'm out here traveling. Really and truly, where we are right now, as we are talking about every day being moving day, Yahweh is really ministering by way of Ravak HaKadosh how we can move as a body, not as an individual. Now, he's teaching us how to deal with ourselves as individuals so that we can move as a body, right? And when we take the time, and I'm going to keep saying this until I start seeing more unity in the body. When we take the time to look in the mirror and point the finger at ourselves, to our own work for our own self. If Holy Spirit ain't say speak on it, don't speak on it. Pray on it. If Holy Spirit tells you to speak on it, you remember there are two things that can happen. They either will receive you or not receive you. I'm waiting out here. They're going to receive you or not receive you. And you have to be okay, not just with them receiving you, but also if they don't. You have to be okay with it no matter what. Because your goal in the first place was to participate in the unifying of the body. And so you being upset and being offended because they didn't receive you, you got to understand it wasn't you that they rejected. And if you can take on that mindset, then you can keep on moving and moving in love. And if you can keep on moving in love, you can keep sharing that love. And it's that love that covers a multitude of sin, because eventually, even if it don't come from you, somebody somewhere, if they are a part of Yesharal for real and they're really going after Yah's heart, somebody somewhere is going to minister something to them in a way that causes them to repent. And even if they don't repent to you, them repenting to Yahweh and repenting by way of action so that they are now a part of the unification of the body is enough. We have to stop making things personal, making it about us, Let's make it about Yahweh, his will, about the following of Ravak HaKadesh, and the building of the body so that we can see the return of our Adonai, because he's coming back for one body without spot or wrinkle. He's not coming back for one people. He's not coming back for one assembly. He's not coming back for one TikTok clique. He's not coming back for the cliques of the brothers and the sisters over here, over there, whatever. One body without spot or wrinkle. And so understand, every day is movie day because every day we're supposed to be in a love mood. Every day. So that blessed me. I enjoyed it. And I'm going to land my plane right there.
Oh, praise, love you, sis, love you, sis. You made some great points too, because it's like you could choose to, if you get distracted by something, that's your choice to be distracted by it. Like you keep going, keep doing the work, but stand strong and firm in the Most High, in the Most High. And I ain't gonna keep on talking. Anybody else got something that they want to drop on there? But a Teflon, I see you up here. I'm glad to see you back out here in these streets, cruising the Apollo, in these Hebrew streets, like you say. But yeah, if you got anything to drop some knowledge for the people, man, go ahead and drop it down.
Yeah, man, y'all had caught me by surprise. I caught you at the back end of your live, so I didn't really catch the whole thing, but I get the gist of what y'all saying about the moving day. Like how I be saying, man, just keep on moving forward. Pick yourself up. Stop beating yourself down. You know what I'm saying? Stop beating others down too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like how sis was saying about the assembly, we had some cleaning up to do, and start at home. Like how Yasha said, I was reading last night in Luke, at 24, he said that the gospel got to be preached to all nations, starting at Jerusalem. Starts with us, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I know we be hard on each other a lot, which is cool, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. But if I'm saying, yo, you shouldn't do this, and this person saying it, he's saying the same thing just in a different way, how come we over here fighting for? It's just a misunderstanding at this point. You know what I'm saying? But like, we gotta give each other grace and show that love to each other. You know what I'm saying? And be patient with each other. You know what I'm saying? But being patient with ourselves also, because we can be how we can get in the way of ourselves. We can get in the way of the assembly, of the building. We can prolong this. We can stop the building. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. What you doing, the part of the. I just said the other day by Nehemiah about having the hammer in one hand and having the sword in the other hand. Like, it's an equal balance to it, though. You can't just be using the sword all day long. You just holding the hammer, you know what I'm saying? Because it's building to do it. I feel like building is more important than trying to break down doctrines or break down what I'm saying is truth. I heard a brother say earlier, like, how we can't be arguing over. I'm trying to get it right, man, because like I said, I caught y'all at the back end.
No, you're good. Like talking about how you can't be arguing over like the chicken or the egg, what came first, but it's still the chicken. It
comes from the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just your part, though. You got your part. And that's the whole thing about the assembly part, is that everybody got parts in this. When we come together and make the whole, we just have to understand where we coming from, and we all know the word. At least we're supposed to. That's why you say, man, study so it's approved. That way, when you hear things that's not of truth, we can handle that in a righteous way, instead of hopping on TikTok and hosting the live about it, and the person you got against it, he ain't even there, she ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? You just over here, at this point, just gossiping. And that's gossip. It ain't how we roll. If you got a problem with somebody, or you ain't like what this person said, hey, check me right then and there. You know what I'm saying? If I said something that you don't agree with, man, we can have a discussion about it. We can reason about it. And what Paul was doing the whole time, we quote Paul a lot, but
like with the reasoning thing, it's a difference between reasoning and debating. I ain't finna debate with you, but yeah, we can have a dialogue. We can have a conversation. I can see where you're coming from. You can see where I'm coming from. But I ain't gonna say that you wrong because I don't know what your part is. I don't know what you know. You don't know what I know. You don't know where I'm coming from, why I say that we are priests. And we should be doing the priestly duties. I say that for a reason. I can show you why. If you take the time to listen, and maybe we can walk on the road together. How can two walk together unless they agree? That's all I got, man. I don't want to hold y'all up, man. Like I said, I'm just over here. I'm keeping my head in, man, just listening or getting some order from my lamp. And I appreciate y'all for hosting this. I appreciate you for having me up here, man, and considering me. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't nobody. I'm just a guy who came across the word, man.
That part. That part. Like, I appreciate you too, brother. Like, and I love like this because the Ravak moves, the Holy Spirit moves through everybody a little different, you know. And the thing is, like, to sit down and just listen to what the Holy Spirit is giving to other people to say, and like the gleaning from it is awesome. It's awesome, yo. For real, for real. Sis, big sis, Abayaz Lily, you got something you want to throw in there too? I know you be DJing, helping us get down to the
All praises. Everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hear you great.
Okay, good. Sometimes my earbuds makes me sound like I'm further away than I am. But as I've been listening, it was dropped on my ruach that, the whole purpose of the move is it's always not about the destination, but it's about the journey and the process, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was little, we used to do a lot of road trips, right? And I used to be like, there's times where we'll be on the road and, sometimes it's a desolate place, right? Might not be as fruitful, might not be as green, we might be in desert places, but the journey along the road was always memorable, right? Like we would make pit stops and we'd stop and get snacks, we would take pictures, And I think that's where a lot of people, we get so focused on the destination, but we forget to stop and enjoy the journey along the way. Right? There might be hills, there might be rain, there might be, it might be some detours, but the overall journey is what really expounds the experience. And I think about when Yeshua Christ, right, when he would move from town to town, and him and his disciples, they would go to unknown territories. I mean, of course, Christ knew exactly where he was going, the Messiah, but the disciples didn't. They said that when it's time to get up and go, it's time to move on to the next. That's kind of like what I love that you brought this out, the moving day, right? As long as we're walking in one accord, right? We're walking upright. We're doing everything we can in our capability with what we have in that present moment. You really can enjoy the journey. Now, we as humans, right? My mom used to say this saying, if it wasn't for this thing being human, I would be perfect. But it's the truth, right? We tend to look at certain situations that we're in during this process, and we focus so much on that moment instead of the entirety of the journey that we skip the beautiful parts of the journey, the people we meet along the way, right? The new places, the new food, the new experiences. That's what makes the walk. That's what makes our path more enjoyable, especially when you start to meet people along the way that understand, like, hey, you know what? This isn't that bad. I travel a lot. I enjoy traveling. That's just something I like to do. But I've met so many wonderful people. I've been in places I would have never dreamed, like, wow, this place is here? I didn't know this. Like, and I got to be able to experience things that most people won't because they're so focused on a pinpoint part of the journey that they miss the whole overall experience. Too focused on the destination, trying to get there, that they miss the flowers, they miss the people, they miss the everything that Yah already had for us. He does prepare us, and he does set it in us, but sometimes we overlook that moment, right? So I really do. I just wanted to say that because it's like we get so caught up on, oh, I gotta be right, and I gotta get this correct, and I gotta say this correctly. No, you don't. The Most High in due season, right? Because everything is a season. Everything has its own season for its own reason. It could be a season for you. It could be a season for you to learn so you can share with others. Or it could just be a season of growth. So while you're on your journey, you can enjoy it, embrace it. So when you get to your destination, then you'll understand the purpose of the journey. Because I tell you what, again, had I been one of those people that was kind of like closed off, like, because a lot of us do that, we will close ourselves off of the experience, that we miss a lot along the way. And then we try to backtrack and be like, oh, I got to go pick this up and I got to go back and do this and that. No, you don't. You just got to stop. Like you were saying earlier, right? With the boxes, just got to stop, slow down, and some boxes. That my phone is ringing. I don't know if you didn't hear me, but sometimes we got to stop, right? Like you were saying earlier, take that break, take that moment, take that 15 minutes to recuperate and then get back on the mission, right? In order to be submissive, you got to have a mission. To be submissive, right? Submission equals mission. Well, that also falls in line with the journey. If we're not fully submitted in our journey, then how can we truly enjoy the destination once we get there? Because there have been times where I was so focused on getting someplace, got there, and I was so mad. Like, this is not what I expected, because I was so focused on getting there that I missed a lot along the way. So I believe everyone is exactly where they need to be. Even if it doesn't look like it, you're exactly where Yah needs you to be in this purpose, in this moment, in this time. Now, you may not be there tomorrow. You may not be there next year. But right now, you're exactly where he needs you to be. So enjoy your journey. And that's all I have for today.